Well, welcome back to Alaska Woodyard, everyone. So today we're going to be going around the yard. Just a kind of a quick video. We have a new customer here today. Jill's going to introduce you to you shortly, and we have been busy today.
Oh my goodness, have we been busy. And the wind is blowing, as you can tell. My hair's everywhere, so who cares?
So yeah, same. We've been busy hauling the wood in. 8 more loads this week, and as you can see behind us here, this is our kind of our uglies picking up. So Jill's been pretty busy splitting. She does have her splitter out, doing some of her ugly wood and getting bundle wood ready. So let's go over and we'll introduce our new customer.
And this is Eric. He stopped in to see what our wood was all about, whether we sold in logs, blocks, cut split, dry, wet. So he was just gathering information. And as you can tell, he has a truckload of wood right now. That'll be less wood for me to split on my little splitter that some people have back problems with.
Yeah, it's really helping me out.
This is Eric, and he is from Lake Louise.
Yep, I live in Wasilla, but I got a remote cabin up by Lake Louise. Spent a lot of time there in the winter and summer, but good time to get all the wood in is in the winter. Sled it in with snowmobile and my freight sled.
So how far is it from here to Lake Louise, your turnoff?
About another 2 hours from here.
So about 100 miles?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's another 25, 27 miles off of the highway to the end of Lake Louise Road. And then I've got another 2 miles on snow machine to get to my cabin.
Oh, wow. So is the lake frozen right now?
The lake is frozen. Snow's getting a little crunchy midday because it's getting up and the temperature is about 40 degrees, so it gets a little soft. But best time to haul this right now would be in the morning or late evening.
Oh, okay. So what is your low temperature up there?
This time of year?
Yeah.
Average probably 20s.
Oh, okay.
Mid 20s at night.
Oh, okay. Not too bad, because I think we're in the mid-30s.
Today, today's mid 30s. It was 45 yesterday, so it's been nice, no snow. So, what are the cold temperatures in the winter up there?
The coldest this year was about minus 40.
I'm happy for you.
I know, about a week stretch of that, but it kind of comes and goes.
But this was a mild winter.
It was, yeah. Yeah, we only had a couple of weeks of that probably this year.
So all of our Canadian friends, minus 40 Celsius and minus 40 Fahrenheit is getting close to the same. So it's cold.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. There's no getting around that. So what made you stop? Was it just that you knew that we were here?
The piles of wood. The piles of wood that I couldn't resist stopping and asking what your operation was about. I knew from the signs that you sold firewood, but wasn't sure on what extent, if it was poles, split. But you got lots of different varieties here.
Right. We don't have varieties of wood, but different options of purchasing the wood.
Yep.
Since we just have the 3 woods, the cottonwood, spruce, and the birch.
My old saying is we have 2 kinds of wood, take it or leave it.
I'm taking it.
So we'll be back with you here shortly, but we want to thank Eric for stopping by today.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I hope you stop again, and it's a pleasure meeting you.
Absolutely.
And I hope you have a great day home up to your cabin, since I know the frost heaves are in play right now. And anybody who is from the south would probably not know what frost heave is, but that's lots of bumps in the road from the road heaving from the freezing and thawing.
Yep.
But thank you again.
Yes, appreciate it.
Another load leaving the yard. So our cottonwood is drying, and there's some birch that Joe got cut last week, and of course the 10-cord pile over there, and What have you been doing here?
I believe I've been splitting. The processor has not moved over here, so that's going to be my wood splitter. Me and the wood splitter.
So this is some of the small wood we've been separating out. It's pretty windy here. I hope the video comes out today. So this is the smaller wood we save out for Jill's splitter. And then the bigger wood blocks you're having trouble lifting.
Oh, those are the ones that we are putting on somebody else's vehicle and it's leaving home.
So let's take a walk over, Jill, and see what we got going on here. She's got her splitter over here. What do you got going on?
Well, I am starting at the far end, since that is the oldest wood that's been cut. And I am working my way through this pile. As you can see, it's probably 5 foot tall and probably 15 or 20 feet wide.
Oh, yeah, it's at least 15 feet wide, maybe 20, and probably 35 feet long. We figured there's close to 10 cord here, so you're going to be busy.
I'm working it, dear. My little machine and me are working it.
So she's all set up here with her picnic table and
Gas.
her little rest area. So this is over in the back side of the RV park. And then here's some of our real ugly rotted wood. Cutting this out separate, kind of keeping it separate. There's some good pieces in there that would split off, but it's pretty poor quality. So
Yeah.
somebody's going to get a deal on this stuff if they want it. Just to kind of get rid of it. And it's something you don't even want to really split now. We've got enough work to do.
Yeah, I have a lot of work and I don't want to lift. That would be some heavy lifting for me.
So give you a quick view of the King Mountain. We still get snow here, not on the ground here, but the mountains are getting snow on top. And as up where Eric was the other day, he was telling us when he left that he had snow up there in rain, snow, and sunshine in 4 hours.
Yeah, that was with a snow machine race that they had for antique snow machines. The Mercury machines, some of the back in the 50s machines. He was saying that they go up this little hill or big hill and have a big bonfire and the usual drinking, gabbing, and whose machine is bigger, better, badder. Then they start high water? High marking.
So they high marking here in Alaska. Some of you may be familiar with it. They take and it doesn't matter what age too. I got some friends that are older than I am that still high mark. Take these high long track sleds and they go up the side of these mountains where there's just snow and like pure snow, and they go up to see how high they can get before they spin out or tip over. So they go up and they turn right back around and make a big loop in the mark the snow, and then the next guy tries to make it even higher. So a kid's sport that even the older people do, but
Yeah.
fairly popular here. Just not my cup of tea. I don't ride anymore. Jill's never rode sled, so
No.
but he was saying they had an antique rally up there last weekend, sleds from the 50s, 60s, several varieties, some of them restored, and they all get together and get on the lake and show them and have contests. So pretty interesting. So a lot of that goes on here in the winter, and up where Eric's cabin is, it's quite a bit colder up there. The lake is still froze there and will be for quite a while. A lot of snow up there yet.
Oh, yeah.
2 hours away, and lots of snow. So they'll ride up there for another month. And we'll be mowing our lawn down here, and they'll be going by here every weekend. You'll see the trailers and sleds going by. So pretty popular. A lot of people stopping and getting wood, bundle wood for their weekend, for their cabins. And now we're starting to sell more and more, as you've seen today, cord wood for their cabin. They can go up and play and not have to worry about cutting wood all weekend. So we'll take you around here shortly and show you some more piles and get back with you. What have we got here, Miss Jill?
This is my bundle wood. This is the spruce that I use for my bundles. And this week, I was under the impression that somebody stole 9 bundles. I was thinking that we had a thief in the neighborhood. Well, some people came by this afternoon and they were just putting bundles into their vehicle and stuff. They had a snow machine trailer. They had all kinds of stuff. They were going camping with a camper on it. Next thing you know, I go down to check to see, get the money that they had put in there. They had paid for the 9 that they took last week and paid for 6 more that they took today. So there's no sweat about a thief in the neighborhood. Everything was ironed out today.
Yeah, so we thought actually somebody actually took 9 bundles. We thought it was kind of odd. They took 6 one time, which is an even amount for the money, and then 3 the next time. Well, apparently they didn't have the cash with them, so on their way back today, they stopped and paid. So all is well there.
Oh man, that was such a relief because I kept thinking that who would steal bundled wood? If somebody needed wood for heat, I'll give them wood. But don't take it and not pay for it. Or if you do take it, then pay me later. And that was their philosophy. They'll pay me later. Take it now and pay later. Kind of like at the credit card things.
So we'll go over here and we'll show you what we've got for wood we've hauled in this week. We've got some really nice birch. And of course, you've seen the beetle kill for Jill's bundle wood. That they had that separated out separate for us, which was nice because normally they burn that. So there's a little saw log I may save. But some nice birch, good sized birch to go through the processor.
Oh, I see you're back to processor instead of processor.
Well,
It must have been because you ran it this weekend. You reminded yourself that it was a processor, not a processor.
she's trying to break me from that Yankee accent.
Yeah, not working.
So my Canadian viewers and your Canadian viewers love the processor in the bush, eh?
Yeah.
So this is we're ready to go through the machine. I'm going to take you over here to a spruce log that I sawed. These are some of the 2x10s I got out of the spruce. And there's some 2x6s and 2x4s we've milled out.
And also some others there that slab.
So this particular, and we got some more wood drying. This particular spruce log scaled 260 board feet international rule. I sawed out 300 with a circle mill. So I measured the log from the small end 2 or 3 times, and something caught me on a YouTube video the other day that kind of surprising. I've heard a lot on 2 different channels. So on the when you're sawing, they have an international rule, 1/4 inch kerf, and they have Doyle rule. Well, in Canada, as many of my Canadian viewers or our Canadian viewers know, everybody uses international rule. Doyle rule years ago, 100 years ago or more, was designed, and these log scales cross at 25 inches or near 25 inches. An international 12-foot scale log and a Doyle scale the same amount. On smaller logs, a Doyle scale 12-inch, maybe, not exactly sure, but around 46, 50 say. International, a 12-inch log, 12-foot long is 70 board feet. So Doyle rule, back in 100 years ago, they didn't saw 12 or 14-inch logs. So they would give the sawyer the advantage of overscaling the log per se. So if you have a log 20 inches Doyle rule and it scales, say, 300 feet, you better be sawing at least 10% over with a circle saw and 30% over with a band mill. If you're not sawing out way over scale with a band mill, you're a poor sawyer. We see a lot of thick slabs here in Alaska, New York. I've been all over the country. A lot of guys get lazy and take a big fat slab and they waste a lot of lumber. It makes me kind of cringe. I'm old-fashioned when it comes to logs. I get everything out of the log and the rest is firewood. So that was just a kind of a little pet peeve of mine, that people say they can't saw, or let's see if we can saw 300 feet when they're scaling something Doyle rule. They better be.
Right.
So some of the cottonwood we sawed out just for our pallets. A little bit of birch here. Some green spruce. So I have been doing a little bit of sawing this week while Jill's been processing.
And this week coming up, we have to make some stickers so we can at least sticker everything that you've sawed out this week. Because it seems like I keep trying to sticker and we have none.
Yep, so they go fast. If you guys know in the sawmill business, stickers are always hard to keep. So let's take a walk around the long side of the pile here. So this wood's starting to dry. It's something we put out, as you've seen in the last video, we moved over to the next pile. This pile is 90 feet. And we have our kindling wood, our pizza oven wood. So yesterday I processed and Jill split wood, and then same as today, she's been doing some splitting and kind of windy and chilly out, so I'm going to take the rest of the afternoon off. I haven't been feeling 100% anyway, so.
Well, and for those of you, this is Thursday afternoon. Tomorrow, the 11th of April, is Jeff's birthday. So I'm thinking of taking him out to dinner. So we may not get a lot done tomorrow.
I'll take her up on that, birthday or not. I'm always in for a good steak dinner. So the processor's been working great, no issues. As we said before, one thing I forgot to mention, Jill, is on our other video, we did a review on the Cord King. One thing that Cord King does that most other companies don't do is they offer a buyback. So you purchase this machine, 1 year later they will give you full purchase price back on an upgrade. And I don't know if I mentioned that in the last video or not. I forgot to say that's the other thing about Cord King, is they do offer that option. So not the main reason we bought the machine, but it's also something to consider. And I see a lot of other videos on there doing a lot of people buying processors, and I seen a compliment on one of the videos that you don't need a processor, or if you're just doing a hobby like the machine we have, a couple hundred cord a year, it would be ideal for that size machine. That little machine that we have will do easily 1,000 cord a year. We only run what, 2 hours a day to 3,
Maybe.
and
Yeah.
not every week,
Not every day.
not every day, and we do easily 200 cord. That's just doing nothing.
Drop in the bucket. That's just an afternoon on it, pretty much.
Well, let's go over in the woodshed and take a look at. Jill will show you what she's got going on over in the woodshed.
Okay.
Okay, this is the wood we have ready for our next burning season. And this is all the wood we had left over from about 4.5 cord total for the year. And this is what Jill has got going on for next year's wood, 2 years from now actually. And this is the wood we split on the processor last week. The kind of rotten, ugly wood. Actually doesn't look too bad when you get it all cut and split. As you can see, it's already cracking nice. So we'll be back with you in a minute here. Okay, I found my little book. It is Log Rules and Other Useful Information. And it has in here Doyle, International, and Scribner log rules. So off the top of my head, I kind of remembered that a 12-12 International scale would scale 70 board feet. And a Doyle 12-inch log, 12-foot long, they scale at 48 feet. So almost half. So anybody using Doyle rule on the East Coast, I see they use it a lot in Pennsylvania for some reason. On an international scale with a 1/4-inch circle sawmill, it takes a 1/4-inch cut. Normally we saw about 10% over that scale. So if you bought a semi-load of logs for 6,500 board feet, a good sawyer will saw 600 feet over that scale. Easily, should. On Doyle, yeah, the mosquitoes. A Doyle scale, you should be sawing 40% over on those smaller logs under 20 inches. Especially when you're doing a lot of 1-inch boards, that's where you're going to gain on your bigger logs. 24-inch logs, if you're sawing 1-inch boards, the band mill, you'll really start gaining over the production over the circle mill. So if you're sawing 2x in smaller wood, there's not much difference on the footage international rule with a band mill and a circle mill. But when you're sawing Doyle rule, you'll saw a lot more with band mill. They don't use Doyle rule in Canada at all, and most places around the country still use international rule. Now on the West Coast, they have different scales. Of course, the logs are a lot bigger. There's trees out there with 40, 50,000 board feet per tree. Yes, per tree. Unbelievable, really, when you get up into the bigger wood, how much more it produces. So a little argument on the scales, but this is a good book. It's put out by the Northeastern Logger Association. You should be able to buy that online. So I wanted to just clear that up, well, in case somebody was misunderstanding how the rules, log rules work and how they use them. So like I said, I seen a YouTube video, log scale 250 feet. Well, let's see if we can, how close we can get to that. You better be near doubling it if you're any kind of a sawyer at all. So with that being said, we can do our closing, and we found a woodhound.
Yes, she is out here. She's trying to help me pick up pieces of wood since we got to do some spring cleaning now that the snow is melting, and start thinking about getting some of our logs, our wood, picked up out of the woodyard and stuff. As you can tell, the mosquitoes are out. They are just been ferocious.
Yeah, the big males come out early in the colder weather. They're not pigeons. They are mosquitoes here. They are that big.
It seems like it when they bite you.
And what do you use to kill them? A 410 shotgun? Or
I'm ready to try and split them in half with my little splitter. Gosh.
So you get out of the wind here. That's the other thing is we're in the woodshed here, so you get out of the wind, you get the mosquitoes. Now we get out in the yard, just a 3 or 4 mile an hour breeze. They don't bother you, so not too bad to put up with here in our part of Alaska. You get north of here where Eric's cabin is, they will literally carry you away in the spring in the woods with no breeze. It's unbelievable, really.
Oh, no.
So there is some mosquitoes here. But with that being said, we're going to let you go, and we'll be back with you hopefully next week if everything goes well.
I hope it does go well.
So from the Alaska Woodyard, we keep the sawdust flying. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.